Hi everyone, it's your favourite transsexual from England, Cruella, and I'm going to be talking today about transitioning in school and my experience and kind of how I came out at school, and being that it was an all-boys school and me presenting as female and things like that. So, I decided to make the brave transition at the end of year 9. So when I was about 14, I believe, I came out fully as trans. This meant basically by year 10, kind of on the very first day after the summer holidays, going into school with a handbag and female makeup and female shoes, female blazer, which was not permitted at all because obviously it's a boys' school. So what was permitted was boys' clothes, boys' shoes, boys' bags, no makeup, etc. But I was just like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm so done with being a boy. I'm so done with pleasing these people. I'm so done with everyone telling me who I should be and who I can't be. And actually, I just wanted to start being myself and true to me. So that's what I did. I decided to, on the very first day of year 10, go back to school with a handbag and all the rest and present as female. And I was asked, and literally the minute I walked in the door, I had the teacher say basically to me, you need to leave. You can't come in here dressed like that. This isn't appropriate. And I kind of just ignored them and carried on and walked to my class to get signed in. And the deputy head comes in and says, can such and such come to the head teacher's office? Obviously, then I knew what this was about, and I went to the head teacher's office and explained to them that this is who I am and this is the situation, and that this is who I'm going to be, and I'm undergoing transition now, and you guys need to respect that and be aware of the situation. However, they didn't handle that so lightly. They excluded me. They put me into this, it looked like a cell, but it wasn't. They put me into this really small room, out of the way on my own. It's called the inclusion room. Actually, it's called exclusion because they're excluding me from everyone else because I'm such an embarrassment. I'm such a freak. I need to be away from everyone so it doesn't offend anyone. So yeah, that's what they did. And the school social worker came in, the head teacher came in, my foster parents were called at the time to come in and collect me because they said that unless I change into male clothing, that I can't continue at the school. And obviously I was like, well, I'm at GCSE level, I'm taking my GCSEs, it wouldn't be appropriate to leave now, but I'm not going to be conforming and I'm not going to be untrue to who I am. So it took a lot of battling and a lot of discrimination from the teachers and the students, and trans awareness events, etc. Bringing LAGLO officers into the school, bringing equality and diversity people in, bringing, you name it. I had to go to the town hall in Bournemouth to do a trans awareness kind of conference with the teachers and with social workers, etc. And to then be recognised allowed to be treated as a woman. A lot of teachers kind of were rude and disrespectful and discriminative of the fact that they had to now call me she. And actually, the biggest surprise to me when I did start transitioning is actually the students. They were more supportive than the teachers were. And, you know, because obviously I came out as gay in year 7 and everyone knew that I was like gay, flamboyant, very feminine, they kind of just didn't care by that point. They kind of gave up and realized that I'm not going to change and I'm always going to be true to myself. So then they kind of like, I had a lot of support from the students, you know, people that I thought would like try and hurt me didn't. Nonetheless, that didn't stop discrimination from happening, and I did get attacked by a student, well, 2 students, that did become life-threatening. But I'll talk about that in another video soon. It did involve a knife. It did involve 2 students attacking me, and purely for the fact that I wouldn't admit to being a boy or gay. So, yeah, I did face a lot of discrimination every day, but, you know, the discrimination aspect was more from the teachers. Like, the PE teachers were very what's the word? They were very, like, intimidating me, like, they were laughing at me every time I would, like, run. They'd always put me into goal because they liked to see me get hit with the ball. Just everything. They're very... Unless you're there, it's really hard to explain and get you guys to understand. But, yeah, so it was hard. And, you know, because I did that, a lot more people came out as gay. A lot of people came out as trans in other schools because word of mouth spread that, you know, that Cruella, he's transitioned to become a female and she's still managing to go to school, like, and have her head still high. And I think a lot of people kind of felt inspired by that actually if I can do it, so can they. And a lot of people say to me, do you regret transitioning? And my answer is no, because knowing that I've empowered another person or inspired another person or encouraged somebody to be true to themselves, even if it is one person, it makes all the discrimination, even all the life-threatening attacks that I had, all the fucking abuse from the teachers and the laughters and the spitting, kicking, and the humiliation, and it makes that all irrelevant, and it makes actually everything that I did right, and it kind of was an acknowledgement of actually that I'm helping someone else, and that to me overwrote the kind of the bad side of it, the abuse and the nastiness. My advice to anyone out there that's thinking of transitioning a single-sex school would possibly be, if you're at the very beginning of going to a secondary school, so say you've just finished primary school, middle school, and you're going on to higher school or secondary school, I would just say that if you're just about to start, I would go to a mixed school, because I think you're more likely to get more support there, and you're going to have a lot more feminine personalities around you, whereas I didn't have so many girls that I could be around to support me. It was mainly all masculine, all male environment, and being that I was a woman and trying to be seen as a woman, it's very hard in that masculine environment. However, if, like me, you don't decide to transition until later on in your schooling, and you're already at the secondary school, the single-sex school, or at secondary school, I would totally just say, do it, because your transition, you may not think it has an impact on anyone, but actually it really does, because there's people that message me, well, used to message me after I'd even left school, a year after I'd left school, and people that I would never assume would transition are now transitioning too. People that I used to be scared of in school and now they're transitioning. It's like, but it took me having to transition to make them be true to themselves. So I just say, do be yourself, do transition, and do not change for nobody else. Stick to who you are and what you believe in, and it will be tough and it will be hard and you will cry and you will go home and you will feel suicidal and you will hate yourself and you will feel like giving up and you will regret and feel like you're making the wrong decision at times. But as long as you stay true to you and you're happy, then you know you're doing the right thing. And not only that, just you transitioning raises awareness. It brings hope to other people, that it actually inspires other people, because you're actually encouraging and inspiring people to be true to themselves. It doesn't have to be trans, it doesn't have to be anything crazy like LGBT, even if it's just being true to who you are, and if you want to be a dancer rather than be a painter, you know, just being true to you. But yes, so this video is kind of babbled on a little bit too long. I just wanted to make a quick video just to say that actually I transitioned to a boys' school. It was so hard for me. People think it was easy and they wonder how I coped, but the reason how I coped was just knowing that the end result is me being happy. And I am happy now. And I don't have any bad feelings towards people that bullied me in school, because I know that they were naive and immature and uneducated, and I just wish that they could just kind of open their minds to individuality, and everyone's different. But yeah, so this is it. This is me. I hope you enjoy me babbling on for another like 12 minutes of but yeah, so I just wanted to make this video because it's passionate and it's my personal story about me. So subscribe me, Cruellastar, I think that's my username, I'm not sure. Share my videos, get inspired, be true to you, stay trannylisous. Until next time, mwah.